Do you wonder why some people seem to have it all and make everything look so easy? What would you say if I said you can too? Would you believe me or laugh and say, yeah, right? If you said yes, then you'll love this. I'm sharing 5 specific tips that can transform your life financially over the next 90 days and help you live the life you desire. My motto is results or excuses. There really isn't a gray area. It's what we think and do in the difficult times that determine the life we live. But before I get into the 5 steps, understand it takes time to relearn, retrain your thinking, and give yourself a 90-day timeline to create the habits to grow the life you desire. There's a ton of meat in this video, so grab your headset, a pen, paper, take some screen captures, pause as needed. I know we all have had trials and tribulations, big and small. I've struggled at times in my life, both financially and emotionally, from an abusive marriage to watching my only child have a brain aneurysm in front of me. I've been on highs and I've been dropped to my knees by the lows, even entertained thoughts of suicide. But I never gave up or gave in. I knew there was a greater purpose for me and a higher potential. Now, through techniques I'm sharing today, I'm building a new home in my dream location and living the life I imagined. Anyone can reinvent their life at any given moment. The first step is the biggest. It all starts in your mind with a single thought. I can, I am, I will. Any phrase that starts with those is always a win-win. Always with positive self-talk. Bruce Lee was known for this quote: don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy. They cast spells. That's what's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. Remember, take a breath. You're giving yourself a 90-day timeline here. This isn't an overnight fix. Creating the patterns you're in have taken you a lifetime. It stands to reason that it's going to take some time to rewire and get accustomed to new routines and mentality and physical actions, just like starting a new job and learning new skills. Step 1, you've already began just being here. This is where we begin allowing ourselves to do a mental reset and rewire, but with a timeline written down. Add these tasks and prepare for the hardest questions to dig deep. How? By getting real with yourself. With pen and paper, list your failures. I know this is a hard one. Facing your demons, understand and list what you fear most. What holds you back? Is it change? Is it fear of the work that's involved in the change? Make a list of the excuses you tell yourself and others. Be real here. If you don't, this will not work. I know it's hard to admit failures and weaknesses, but once you know them, then you can fight them. Know for each excuse. What advice would you give someone if they told you that excuse? Now that you've taken ownership of your failures, let's pack those excuses into a box and put them on a shelf and begin to open a new box with wonderful tools that will help you grow the life you desire and deserve. Next, and again, digging deep, list what you want to achieve. What is your financial goal? Why do you want it? Exactly, in detail, as much detail as you can provide. Break it down. This will require some thought and make some time to understand your why. It will be your driving force through the process and key when things get tough. An example might be, I want a better life for my children, or a better school for them, or a new house, or financial independence. Critical you identify this. You are not living the life you want, and facing the fears is crucial. Create a timeline for the steps to your goal. Start with tomorrow. Add next week, next month, and all the way through to the 90 days. Now allowing yourself to get in the flow of the good vibrational frequencies for what's coming to you. See it in your mind as the things are progressing. Visualize walking in the new life of financial abundance. Will you have fear-based thoughts? Yes, it's normal. well. Responding quickly to them when they creep in and shutting them down with positive affirmations is key. This is a time to cultivate these new skills, learning to choose the thoughts you want to listen to and how to fight back with positive thinking. List who motivates you, who inspires you, and why. Find them on social media and fill your mind with positive reinforcements all the time. You must do this till it becomes your thinking habits, rewiring the way you think on a daily basis, the way you talk to yourself. This directly affects what you have in your life right now, in this moment. Your thoughts right now determine what you have tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year. Write out those timelines, what you see in your mind, what you want, and what you will have if you do nothing differently. Write out for each goal, what is the cost? Is it time? Is it money? What will you give with every get? There is a give. That's all a part of how universal law works. And the law of attraction is governed by it. Remember, what you think about, you bring about. Screenshot this, set it as a background on your phone, make a vision board, write a list, create a mind map, whatever you need to do to keep this in front of you. It will keep you on track. These are a few pages from my journal available on Amazon, which will help you also create these new habits. Type yes in the comments below if a free printable download would be useful. Now, a question. If you have two friends and one is always negatively talking to you, making you doubt yourself or feel bad about yourself, and the other is always positive and uplifting, which friend do you want to be around? No brainer, right? So it's your job to slam the door in the face of the negative self-talker in your head and open the door to positive words. How you respond to those failure, fear-based thoughts will determine your life, whether you're failing or succeeding. I'm no different than you. The difference is I work at these habits every day and night. We all have a sad story. Stop telling it. Every time you tell your sad story, you relive it, which lowers your vibrational energy and takes you out of the flow of good vibrational frequencies. New habits bring new results. Make them positive. When is the best time to plant an acorn? Well, 40 years ago, right? But when's the next best time? It's now, in this moment. Today, we plant your acorn. Number 2, before we dive into the rest, I recommend you save this video so you can refer back to it during your 90 days and share your progress in the comment. This will help others and it perpetuates good energy flow back to you. Evaluate your circle of influence. Scary? Maybe, but absolutely necessary. It's time to remove the toxic people and things from your life. You may have to distance yourself or limit exposure to certain family members and friends. Invite people into your life who inspire you. Stop all drama-based relationships. Cut off those who are psychic vampires feeding on you. They will drain your life energy. These are all incredibly disastrous for your vibrational frequency and your success. Replace them with motivated, inspiring, like-minded people, even if only finding them on YouTube during this time. As for other social media, limit your exposure during this time and follow those accounts that inspire you. Stop following people who make you feel bad about your achievements or you find yourself comparing to them. As you remove toxic people from your inner circle, you may find yourself alone in a brief period of time. Just remember, being alone is not the same as being lonely. Much can be learned in time spent alone. Share in the comments below who inspires you and why. This may help someone else, plus it's a positive input, which always raises your vibrational frequency. Number 3, focus on health. If you're not doing good things for yourself and to yourself, you're never going to have a high vibrational frequency. You are literally choking the vibrational frequency tuning out. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and run a marathon, but you do need to make some good choices when it comes to your health and well-being. When we do things we feel good about, it automatically raises our vibrational frequency. Here's the how. List the things you want to give up. Start with sugar addictions. They are the worst. Definitely break the smoking habit. Do you have to go to the gym every day? Of course not. Do you need to do some type of physical movement every day? I'm a firm believer in yes on this one, even if only a walk. If you're not sure about how to start eating healthy, there's a YouTube video for that. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of them on this channel. I'll link them down below. Learn healthy stress management techniques so you don't end up stress eating. Give up processed carbs like mac and cheese. Instead, try roasted cauliflower with real butter, garlic, and Parmesan. Set a regular sleep schedule and stick to it. This one I struggle with, but find when I do follow it, I rest so much better. Eliminate screen time of any kind in the bed. This helps the brain recognize bedtime is sleep time. I have a video on this coming up next week, so if you have not subscribed, do that now and click the notification bell so that you get the notice. Number 4, learn to set intentions and follow through. Here's how. Start small, like I want to drink more water. Define it specifically. Okay, 8 glasses of water, 8 ounces each. 1 glass every 2 hours. So set an alarm or timer in your phone for every 2 hours from the time you wake. Educate yourself on the tools you need to achieve your intentions or goals. Again, there's a video somewhere out there for everything you could possibly want to learn. You don't need to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on classes, especially nowadays. To learn a new skill, you need to achieve most goals that you set. Well, unless, of course, your goal is to become a doctor, then yes, go to school. Have an open mind. A closed mind is a wasted mind. It's impossible to know what you don't know. Trial and error is such a huge educator. I'm dedicated to creating free videos for you here to help you create the habits and grow the life that you desire and deserve. Finding value in this video, hit the like and help others on YouTube to find it too. Number 5, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Understanding that nothing stays the same and change is inevitable anyway. Learning to expect it and embrace it is a skill you can prepare to master. This helps me to stay on track. Also, pivot whenever necessary when something is not working. I love the motto, be prepared. It's important to recognize and stop any self-sabotage. You can do this. I'll be here with more content to support you. Remember, fear of something is always way worse than the actual thing that you fear. So let's recap, and then I'll end with my favorite affirmation for times when I feel stressed. Give yourself 90 days to work through these 5 steps. They won't be easy, but stick to the timeline, write it out, create your plan. Number 2, reevaluate your inner circle. Remove toxic blocks and people. Number 3, focus on health and making good choices for your mind and body. This begins your high vibrational flow each day. Number 4, set your intentions by clearly defining what you want, why you want it, how it will make your life better, and take action. Learn skills necessary to make each step happen. Progress, not perfection, is key here. Number 5, get uncomfortable and be prepared to pivot. Remember, it's impossible to defeat someone who will not quit. My favorite affirmation when I get stressed: good things are coming. Good things are coming.